What's up, dudettes? And dudes too, I don't discriminate, you know. Could be my husband watching out there if I guilt him enough. So today I am 18 weeks and I wanted to talk to you guys about what happened in week 17. So the last few weeks have been kind of just uneventful, you know, nothing really changing, like feeling a little bit better. I have a little bit more energy, but this very last week there was a lot of changes. So up until probably like the Wednesday of last week, maybe Thursday, when I woke up I had essentially a flat stomach. I mean, I had a little bit of that like pooch underneath my belly button from where I guess like the fluid and everything is pushing out in the uterus. But then when I woke up on Friday, I noticed this like, I looked like I did when I went to sleep at night, which, you know, if you are pregnant or have ever been pregnant, you know, you just are like bloated as a whale. I don't know, things that bloat, like a Violet Beauregard after eating the stuff she wasn't supposed to eat. So, so on Friday I woke up and I had this like huge bump, and I kind of thought it was like a one-off, like I must have eaten something really bizarre and I'm still bloated the next morning. But when I woke up on Saturday, it was still there, and I started believing like this is actually my bump. I mean, it's about time, you know. I was almost 18 weeks, so the bump is here, it's landed, and I'm pretty excited. Like, I look pregnant all the time now. You know, previously I kind of just looked like I'd eaten a little too much, so I would like hold my belly constantly so that people would think I was pregnant and not just like, that girl drinks way too much beer, whatever. So now I don't even really have to do that. It's pretty obvious, and I'm pretty excited about that. So the other major thing is that I would say like starting a couple weeks ago, I started feeling what I assumed was fetal movement. Especially when I would like, you know, lay down to rest or go to bed at night, or anytime I started eating, you know, like 5 minutes later I would feel all these like little like icky kind of things down there, and I just assumed that was the baby moving because, you know, I know that when you're walking and moving and doing all that stuff, it kind of lulls the baby to sleep, so they tend to be more active when you're calm. So I just assumed that that was what it was, but I never really felt like a clear, like goldfish in a bag kind of feeling until maybe Saturday, a few days ago. So I started feeling, it almost felt like your stomach gurgling, like, but you know, obviously like in the womb area. Or I guess I could describe it as like when you have sort of like a vein twitch. I know that's a really strange way to put it, but it's like that sort of like liquid feeling, but always down there. And so when I first felt it, I kind of was just like, oh, there's so much weird stuff going on down there. I'm sure it's just like, you know, a vein bringing like a super extra amount of blood to that area or whatever. But then it started happening more and more, and it was, you know, only in my uterus area. So I started thinking, okay, this feels like a goldfish in a bag, which is how it's been described to me, and I think this must be the baby. So that was pretty exciting in and of itself. And then yesterday, maybe like a day later, like a day after the first time I felt the baby move, like really, really move, I put my hand on my belly and the baby like body slammed me. I mean, it wasn't like a tiny little jab, it was like boom. It was pretty crazy. And my husband happened to be at a basketball game at the time, and I of course was at home watching it because ever since I got pregnant I just cannot handle like loud noises. I'm so sensitive to them. So whenever we go to the games, I'm just like, make it stop, make it stop. So I sit at home and I like take a bath during halftime, and it's better that way. Go Grizzlies. Anyway, so I was really excited to feel the baby like body slam my hand. And then when my husband got home, when we got in bed, it started happening again. The baby was moving around a lot, and I could feel those little like pushes and gurgles and stuff. But they were just getting stronger and stronger from the night before. So I put my hand on there, and the baby, I wasn't expecting it to be so like just sudden and violent, but the baby just like I don't know, punched the crap out of my hand, and it scared the crap out of me, and I started laughing hysterically. I don't know why. I mean, there's something about like not really feeling anything and then feeling the baby like kick your hand is just, it was a little freaky to me. But anyway, so my husband decided he wanted to feel it too, so he put his hand on there, and I couldn't stop laughing. So I thought, you know, there's no way he's gonna be able to feel it. But eventually I calmed down, and the baby kicked him too, and he thought it was really cool. You know, like I kind of was having flashbacks that like scenes from Alien and Prometheus, but I think like I'm getting more used to it, and it's a little less like frightening every time it happens, because it's just so sudden. You know, it's like your hand's here and then the baby's like, ka-cha! You know, and I don't know, it's cool and super weird all at the same time. So that was a huge milestone for us. You know, like I found myself using the Doppler less and less, because I mean, the baby's punching the crap out of my hand. Like, he's fine, you know, he's good in there. So and I know that I always say he, but we do not know the sex of the baby. We just kind of assume it's a boy. A few different reasons, like some old wives' tales and just my original intuition, although I know that that has to be colored at least somewhat by the fact that we wanted a boy first, or that's what, you know, we were like, oh, it'd be nice to have a boy first, you know, and then a girl, because then she'd have an older brother, and, you know, that was sort of the plan. So I don't really even know what to expect anymore. Now that I'm a little bit further along, I have less of an intuition and more of just the connection with the baby, just like the baby just as a baby. But the one thing, baby brain. So if you guys haven't noticed, we're having some pretty moody clouds. It's like either incredibly bright or totally, the sun is completely covered. So, you know, excuse the bizarre lighting, but you can't control it. So anyway, we're only 11 days out from our anatomy scan, and we are so excited. This is our last ultrasound of the pregnancy, you know, foreseeable ultrasound. You know, we may need one for some other reason, but for the most part, this is our last scheduled one. We haven't seen the baby since 8 weeks, and when we saw the baby then, it looked so cute, you know, like in the 3D ultrasound, it was like, it looked like a little baby. I could see like ridges in its little fins, you know, where the fingers would be. But when we printed it out, it looked exactly like a shrimp cocktail and nothing else. So we're super excited to see, you know, the little arms and the feet. Oh, I'm so excited. But we will ask the ultrasound tech to put the determination of the sex of the baby in an envelope, which I will give to my friend, and we're gonna do the whole gender reveal party thing from there, which we're really excited about. I mean, I know that there's a big divide on gender reveal parties in the like online complaining community, but I just feel like, you know, we're just inviting like our family and our really close friends, because we're excited to find out, and we just want to share that with them. I mean, and we're just getting together and having a potluck. It's like we would get together anyway. So we're really excited to see them and just share this news with them, because to us it's exciting. And every time that one of my friends is pregnant, I am so excited to find out the sex of the baby. And people act like gender reveal parties are so stupid because no one cares except for you. But the number one question that is asked when someone finds out you're pregnant is if you know the sex of the baby yet. So if no one cares, then they need to stop asking, you know, if we know yet. So that's my little rant on gender reveal parties. If you don't like them, don't go. You know, I don't know, I just think it's bizarre. Or like the people that really hate them, just no one would come to theirs, or they never get invited to any. But anyway, we're really excited to have ours. So that's like 3 weeks after the anatomy scan. So we get to see the baby in 11 days, but then we don't find out the sex of the baby until 3 weeks from that. And then we're gonna, you know, go through the total nursery, like crazy painting, decorating, like extravaganza. So that's pretty much it for week 17. I'll update you guys on week 18 next week. Of course, that's how it works, you know. So thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.